Have you ever gazed up at the moon and wondered about the stories it holds? We all know the tales of the man and the moon. But what if I told you there's another, more poignant story hidden in its silvery glow? A story of a prince, not of a kingdom on earth, but of the moon itself. This is the tale of Prince Endymion. Now, you might be thinking, Endymion. Isn't he from Greek mythology? And you'd be right. But his story is so deeply intertwined with the moon that many cultures have adopted him as their own lunar prince. The most famous version tells of a handsome shepherd, or sometimes a king, who was so beautiful that Selene, the Titan goddess of the moon, fell head over heels in love with him. Imagine this. Every night, as Endymion slept on Mount Selene would glide down from the heavens in her silver chariot, just to watch him. She was completely captivated. His peaceful face, bathed in her own moonlight, was the most beautiful sight in the universe to her. She would gently kiss his closed eyes, a silent declaration of her love. But here's the heartbreaking part. Endymion was a mortal. Selene was a goddess, eternal and unchanging. She knew that time would eventually steal him from her. His beauty would fade, he would grow old, and one day he would be gone forever. The thought was unbearable for her. She couldn't imagine an eternity without him. So, in her divine desperation, she went to Zeus, the king of the gods, with a heavy heart and a desperate plea. She begged him to grant Endymion a wish, any wish he desired. Zeus, moved by her love, agreed. He appeared before Endymion and offered him a single choice. What would you choose? Riches? Power? Fame? Endymion, a simple man who loved his quiet life, asked for something extraordinary. He wished for eternal sleep, where he would never age, never wither, and would dream forever. In this eternal slumber, he would remain forever young, forever beautiful, just as Selene saw him. Zeus granted his wish, and so Endymion was laid to rest in a cave on Mount Latmus, plunged into a perpetual, peaceful sleep. It sounds tragic, doesn't it? But for Selene, it was a bittersweet victory. Now, every single night, without fail, she could visit her beloved. She could gaze upon his timeless face, knowing he would never leave her. It's said that their love was so profound that they had 50 daughters together, representing the 50 lunar months of the Greek calendar between each Olympic Games. A family born from dreams and moonlight. But what about Endymion's side of the story? Was he a passive character simply being acted upon? Not at all. Some versions of the myth suggest that Endymion was an astronomer. His sleep on the mountain wasn't just sleep. It was a metaphor for his nightly vigils, staying up all night to study the moon's movements, charting the stars. He was so dedicated to his work, so in love with the moon, that he essentially gave up his waking life to be with his celestial muse. In this interpretation, his choice for eternal sleep wasn't about vanity, but about an eternal dedication to knowledge and a deep, intellectual love for the cosmos. Became to Prince of the Moon, not just through the goddess's love, but through his own passion and pursuit of understanding. This transforms the story from a simple romance into a profound tale about dedication, sacrifice, and the eternal human quest for connection with something greater than ourselves. Endymion becomes a symbol for every artist, scientist, and dreamer who has ever sacrificed sleep and comfort to pursue their passion. He is the prince of all who look to the night sky for inspiration. This timeless myth has inspired countless works of art, poetry, and music for centuries. The poet John Keats wrote a famous epic poem, Endymion, which begins with the iconic line, "A thing of beauty is a joy forever." The story speaks to that universal human desire for beauty and love to be eternal, to somehow cheat time and hold on to the moments and people that mean the most to us. So, the next time you find yourself under the watchful eye of the full moon, take a moment. Look for that soft, ethereal glow, and remember the Prince of the Moon. Think of Endymion, forever dreaming in his mountain cave, watched over by his celestial lover. Remember the shepherd who captured a goddess's heart, the astronomer who dedicated his life to the stars, and the beautiful boy who chose an eternity of dreams over a fleeting mortal life. His story reminds us that love can be as timeless as the moon itself, and that the greatest adventures can sometimes be found not in the waking world, but in the quiet, silver-lit landscape of our dreams. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey to the moon and back. If you enjoyed this story, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more tales from history and mythology. Let me know in the comments which myth you'd like to explore next. Until then, keep looking up.